to an end with the final closure of Kelly Air Force Base. From its transformation as one of the nation's first pilot training centers to a huge logistics center to its new role as a premier business center for San Antonio, Kelly has made its mark on the history of our city. For the next hour, we will look back at the impact the base has had, good and bad, and look forward to its future prominence as News 4 San Antonio remembers Kelly.
Good evening and welcome to our special look at Kelly Air Force Base, the history and the future.
We will be coming to you live for the next hour from inside one of the aircrafts that secured Kelly's place in the history of San Antonio and the Air Force, the huge C-5A. And we have the nose open there at the left and the tail open there at the back. So we've kind of turned it into a huge wind tunnel. These are the things that have been flying over many of our houses for years and actually will continue to. We're on the west side of the runway here. And now it's the dividing line. This is now, and there's Jennifer up in the cockpit. She's going to have weather coming up. This is now Lackland Air Force Base as of today, this part of it anyway.
The official end of Kelly Air Force Base came with an hour-long ceremony early this afternoon.
Awards that are given out every year by the United States Air Force and the Air Force Association.
Air Force officials, dignitaries, Air Force officials, including Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison and those whose lives were touched by Kelly, were all on hand. The ceremony included a cannon fire salute and flyovers of some of the planes that shaped Kelly's history, including that C-5, just like the one we're inside of right now. Then there was the official proclamation.
Attention to orders. Special order number GA-9. The San Antonio Air Logistics Center is inactivated at Kelly Air Force Base, Texas, effective 13 July 2001.
News 4 San Antonio's Melanie O'Connor was there for the ceremonies today, and she joins us now live. Melanie?
Deborah, on this, the final day of Kelly Air Force Base, sentiment about the past meets concern about the future. Questions of economy, environment, and possible future base closings had today's dignitaries taking stock.
That our flag was still there.
So the Kelly pride, the Kelly spirit, as somebody mentioned during the ceremony, it continues. It may be at other locations, but it's making a difference.
As Kelly Air Force Base made a difference for San Antonio for 85 years, so now supporters hope Kelly USA, the commercial industrial park, will make a real economic difference in the future.
If I had my choice, Kelly would still be a military base. But in the end, I believe San Antonio will be better off with Kelly USA.
Senator Hutchison says the talk of more base closings at this point is premature.
I think there are a lot of questions that have to be answered before we go into a last round of frack.
The other nagging question on this, Kelly's last day, what about efforts to clean up pollution around the base? I asked Congressman Ciro Rodriguez.
When someone loses a job, when somebody gets hit hard, you either have one or two roads. Either you continue to feel sorry for yourself or move forward. From the perspective of the environmental, from the perspective in terms of health, every effort to move forward and to also make sure that everyone gets treated appropriately.
Now, the Air Force tells us it is committed to Kelly cleanup, having already spent $250,000 to clean up pollution there and determined to stay however long it takes to do the job right. Managers of Kelly USA point to the 5,000 jobs already created there. They say they'll have some good news for us in days to come about expansion at the business park and new tenants. Reporting live, Melanie O'Connor, News 4 San Antonio. Back to you, Randy.
All right, thanks, Melanie. And now after that ceremony today ended about 2, most everybody involved headed over to the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center for tonight's Kelly Forever Banquet. That's where News 4 San Antonio's Jeff Coyle continues our coverage of the big day. Jeff?
Well, this will be the Granddaddy event, the final and formal tribute to Kelly Air Force Base, to be held inside San Antonio's freshly renovated convention center. Air Air Force Band of the West rehearsing a few moments ago for tonight's big event. We got a sneak preview of the ballroom. Take a look, more than 200 tables here, decorated with Kelly memorabilia. There will be well over 2,000 people in attendance this evening. They will see a number of reenactments as the audience is taken through the 85-year history of Kelly. And a few moments ago, I had a chance to speak with the Air Force Sergeant playing the role of the base namesake, Lieutenant George E.M. Kelly.
I'm extremely honored that the folks at Kelly gave me an opportunity to do this. I hope I live up to all their expectations, and I hope I don't let them down tonight.
I understand as many as 10 former commanders of the San Antonio Air Logistics Center will be in attendance tonight, as well as numerous dignitaries, former Kelly workers, and the Master of Ceremonies will be Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson. We'll bring you full coverage tonight at 10. We're at the Convention Center. Jeff Coyle, News 4 San Antonio.
All right, thanks, Stephen. So everything now that's east of this runway, everything that was Kelly Air Force Base is now Kelly USA, but you might wonder just what is Kelly USA?
Well, try thinking of it as a giant mall, a big business park. Lots of different companies here doing lots of different things, all based right here. But how much success is San Antonio having attracting those different companies? Once again, we go to Jeff Coyle for the report.
Raymond, could you bring me an extension cord, please? I work on industrial carts and golf carts. Plug it in.
10 years ago, Bill Smith was contracted through the military, the man who repaired golf carts for the Air Force.
And I realized at that time that the carts were still here at Kelly, and they didn't have anyone to maintain them. So I formed Cartsmith.
His own business.
I anticipated this happening.
Now serving private clients, Bill is one of Kelly USA's proudest tenants.
The Air Force is leaving, but it's still growing, and it's going to get bigger and bigger.
All around Kelly, there are businesses big and small. Educational institutions, even the Air Force is leasing space.
Yeah, we do have an interesting group of companies that's here.
37 tenants in all, anchored, of course, by Boeing, whose new C-130 contract will bring another 300 jobs.
I think it's real significant because it shows the growth that's possible in this kind of facility.
That said, the toughest challenges lie ahead. The base's best assets, its massive hangar and remaining workforce, are quickly being snatched up. Kelly must turn what's left into a thriving commercial park.
If we're going to continue the momentum that has been built over the first 5 years, there's got to be a tearing down of the fences. There's got to be better access.
Less of a base and more of a business park. Kelly's future is now. Jeff Coyle, News 4 San Antonio.
The group that is in charge of making that transformation from military to corporate is the Greater Kelly Development Authority. And that group tells us that between Air Force labor and new companies, right now today there are 12,000 jobs at Kelly USA. Their goal is to have 21,000 by the year 2006. There's no doubt about the effect that Kelly's presence has had not only on our economy, but also on the lives of people in San Antonio, especially on the south side.
And coming up next, we'll look at the effect the absence of this one huge military base will have in this part of our community. Stay with us. Favorite memories of Kelly today. Kathy Kehoe emailed us saying she was a member of Team Kelly for 28 years. And goes on to say that every family member of Team Kelly took pride in their work supporting troops all over the world.
By never giving up and continuing to produce a quality product during this very difficult time, we showed the world what dedication, effort, hard work, and most of all, Kelly pride is all about.